guys, I finally have my 2015 budget wrap up ready for you. I realize it's about 3 weeks late, but it's here now. I'm ready, and I'll also tell you what changes I've made to my 2016 budget. So to start this off, let's go over my December budget, and it was all pretty normal. See, I spent I had $5 left for water. Oh, I was over 15 for electrical. I had $5 left for gas. Let's see. I was $1.45 under in restaurant, and everything else was pretty normal. So I was over by $5 because of the electricity thing. The $10 balanced out because of the gas and the water, but electricity still put me $5 over, just fine, whatever. I didn't overspend in anything else, and I was able to put all $500 that I budgeted towards student loans, and then I made $350.37 on YouTube. Thank you all so much, as always. $166. This is the big one from gifts from you guys. You guys sent me money in the mail and Christmas cards, and it added up to $166. I was completely flabbergasted. You never, ever have to do that, but thank you so much, and every single cent is going towards my loans. Thank you. Wow. And I didn't use the $60 I had budgeted for lawn because the lawn isn't growing right now. So that put the total at $1,076.22 that I could put at my student loans in December, which isn't too shabby. And combined with all the other money that I put towards my student loans this year, just a quick rundown. I put I'm gonna just round, so not too many numbers, about $650 in January, $1,600 in February, $750 in March and April, $880 in May, $600 in June, $1,500 in July, $213 in August. Remember, I moved. $1,200 in September, $700 in October, $960 in November, and in December, $1,076.22. So what I paid to my student loans this year totals up to $10,963.63. Yep, just barely shy of $11,000 that I put towards my loans this year. And as you know, I wanted to pay off $10,000 of debt this year, but there's that pesky interest. So the interest that I paid this year on my loan, which has a 6.8% interest rate, was $1,460.66. So the total that I paid off in 2015 was $9,502. I was so close. It really bums me out. And you know what? If I hadn't had to buy a car and use my emergency fund to do that and then refund the emergency fund, there would have been $1,000 extra on that, which means I would have done $10,500. But alas, it was not to be, and stuff like that happens. That's life. You have to move, you have to get a car. I got a raise this year, which was great, but it's not going as far as I thought it would. So I technically, I failed. at my 10K 2015 challenge. But you know what? It's okay. And I've beaten myself up enough over this. Because part of me just can't stop thinking, well, what if you had, really tried to kick it into gear in the last month of the year and, sold something or, $500 worth of stuff. And, or maybe you could have gone down to the local pizza place and asked to pick up a few delivery shifts or this or that or the other thing, or what could I have done? But honestly, I was so busy. I was so busy. I barely had time to think. And I know that's an excuse, but I didn't have, we were down a person at work. I didn't have a reporter, so I was putting together the paper by myself. Honestly, I felt like I was having a hard time just keeping it together enough to keep my home clean, keep myself fed, and prepare for my family to come for Christmas. So it's, it's over, it's done. And sometimes you don't have the time or the energy to do that extra hustle. It just wasn't it was not the right circumstances. Now, if this had happened in, say, July, and I needed to use my $1,000 emergency fund, then I could have renegotiated the plan. But because it happened in September, at the very end of October, because I got my car Christmas the week after Halloween is what I did. I got the car the week after Halloween because I was stranded here for Halloween. I only had November and December really to figure out what I was doing and how it was going to affect me, and it just didn't happen. So it's okay. I'm over it. I didn't meet technically my 10K 2015 challenge, but I came within $500. I paid off $9,500 of debt this year, which is nothing to scoff at coming from a $27,000 to a $35,000 income. It's really not, and especially since I only got the raise in September. So it's not bad. I don't think. I'm not displeased. So I did end up paying more than $10,000 this year, but I only paid off $9,500, and that's okay. My debt went from, $28,313 as of January 1 this year to $18,810. That is a lot of ground to cover, especially percentage-wise, for 1 year. And I'm pretty pleased with myself. I'll give it that. So that's what I did this year, and I'm re-upping the challenge. I'm going to try to pay off 10K again this year. And considering that last year I knew going into it, especially since I didn't know that I would get a new job, anything like that, I knew it was a stretch, because on $26,000 a year, paying off $10,000 is hard. On 35, I think I might be able to do it. Heck, I'm gonna do it. I mean, come on, we can do this, right? And it's gonna happen this year. So I'm not raising it because Lord knows what's gonna happen. I instead intend this year to, instead of setting the bar to where I can barely reach it, to setting it where I can reach it and hopefully surpass it. And just, maybe it'll be September or October when I reach the $10,000 payoff, and then I'll set myself a new goal or something. So just because the failure kind of racked my brain a little bit. This year, I'm just going to do the challenge again, and I can't think of a reason that I wouldn't be able to just destroy it. So, woohoo! Okay, so that being said and done, let's go over how I have altered my budget this year from last year. A lot of things, especially towards after the move, I had to just basically guess at what I thought things would cost, and every single month I was wrong, basically, especially with household, gas and heat and everything like that. And I had a lot of new expenses coming in that I didn't have in my old apartment because this is a house. So I did decide to hang in there for the last couple of months and just alter the budget per month as I go. But as you guys know, I prefer to have basically a set budget. Like, I copy and paste it to the next month. And if I need to make like a little baby change, that's fine. But I don't like to have to go in and sit down and rework it every single month, because that hurts my brain and I don't like it. So, and that's why I have all the sinking funds for things that come up regularly. So I don't have to alter my budget every single month for, a holiday or a this or a that or the other thing that's happening. So, all right. Okay. I have a copy of my January budget as I just copied it from December, and I have what I have now. So I'm just going to go over it line by line. My tithe of $220 a month is staying the same. I have added a new savings account that is going to be $60 a month. As you know, I had a car fund or an emergency fund or whatever fund of when I was in Hammond. I built it up to $5,000, and then some stuff happened and it was $4,000. But between the basically big bad fund, if my car broke down, if I had to move, something like that, and I had to use it twice last year. Once to move, and then second to get the car. So it's gone. And I only have the $1,000 emergency fund. That's it. And that's scary for me. So I am going to be slowly building up a little bit of additional savings. I realize that $60 a month is not huge, but it will help me feel a little bit more secure. So, all right, I've also got another savings account that I'm doing, and this is at the advice of Beth. She calls it my forever fund, and this is for not in the near future emergencies. This is just to save for like way off in the distance, and I think there's definitely some merit to that. So I'll be saving $60 to my regular savings account, and then $25 to kind of a no-touch under any circumstances savings account just for my future at some point. All right. My rent is still $400. My car insurance did go up because I have the new little car now, which is newer and nicer, and therefore it costs more. And that's $108.09 where it used to be $80. All right. My health insurance is at $250. And now that I'm being charged for that every month, there's no more trial period. That just goes out. For a while, I was budgeting it in there, but then just putting it towards student loans. That was a nice little booster for a while, but it's not happening anymore. All right. Let's see. I also rearranged the order, so it's a little confusing. All right. My phone is still $50 a month. My internet is still $40 a month. I have changed my electricity from $52 to $42. I'm sure I did some math in there to help me figure that out. And my water I changed it from $40 to $38. And what I did was I compared the bills since I've been here, and I guess I averaged it or something and figured it out. I did this a month ago. So, I'm a set it and forget it person. I did all the math at the front end. Now I've cleared my brain of that information. All right, and I've also decreased my water just a little bit from $40 to $38. So, and I've upped my gas allotment for gas for heat for my home from $30 to $34. Let's move down a little. And remember, what you can do is you still have to have a zero-based budget, but you can change all the numbers within however you want, as long as it evens out at the bottom to what your income is. So my known take-home pay is $2,200 a month because I'm salary, so it never deviates from that. And so if I put a little bit more in gas, I need to take that same amount away from something else. So everything balanced out. This took forever. Several hours working on this. All right, but I only have to do it once a year, or if there's a giant change. All right, next is, this is a big one, lawn. I was budgeting $60 a month, which is because when I need my lawn mowed here, it's $30 a pop from the guy I hired to do it. When I actually had to hire someone to start doing it before I even moved in, because I had the apartment rented for a month prior to when I moved. That's what it took to reserve the house. And part of my contract is I have to keep up the lawn. I can't let it get too hot. So I don't have a lawnmower. I did not have a way to get to Mena, Arkansas and get it mowed. So I had to hire someone while I was down in Hammond to mow up here. And negotiated with him a little bit, came out to $30 twice a month when I do have to mow it. Now a couple of you, I mentioned this in my Financial Friday video, that I hire someone to do my lawn. And the reason I do that instead of doing it myself is because I don't own a lawnmower. Now I've realized that the cost comes out to about $450 a year, just counting in that I need someone to mow 7 months of the year. The rest of the months it's too cold, the grass doesn't grow. That's a lot of money, and for a year's worth of lawn care, I could certainly buy a mower and do it myself. And this isn't outside the realm of possibility. But right now, I do not have a mower, nor do I have a mower fund, and I don't consider a lawnmower an emergency. So what I'm kind of doing, and I'll have to admit, I'm not like sprinting at this opportunity, because mowing lawns is not really something I have the time or the energy to do. I don't want to have to mow my lawn. It's not fun. But at the same time, being frugal, if I can find a lawnmower at, say, a garage sale or something that's in good condition for a decent price, I would certainly consider purchasing that and then switching to mowing my lawn myself. But I'm not going to go out and buy a brand new lawnmower and start doing it myself just immediately. That doesn't make sense. I also don't have just the money set aside to do that. So I would need to find one that was a good deal, budget for it, or use my personal money that month, something like that, to make that change. So for right now, it doesn't matter, because for the last couple of months I haven't needed to get it mowed. I've only paid for them to mow it 3 times. so far the out-of-pocket cost to have someone mow my lawn is far less than getting a mower and doing it myself. So right now it is what it is. So, but what Beth suggested to me when we were looking at my budget was that budgeting $60 a month all year round was kind of dumb. And she was completely right. What I was doing on months that I didn't need to have it mowed was I was putting that money towards my student loans, which is, yay, student loans. But the better way to do this would be to figure out how many months of the year needed to be mowed, divide that by 12, and then sinking fund it, withdrawing as I needed to. Now we had to change the numbers around a little bit because we're coming up again. We don't have 12 months to prepare for this, so I had to shorten it just to how many months we have before my lawn starts needing to be mowed again, and how I'll be able to pay for that then. So we figured it out. It's $44 a month until next October, when I won't need lawn care anymore. So by saving $44 a month, I'm able to basically sinking fund my lawn care for right now. And I'll have the money to pay the guy in full in March when the lawn starts growing again and I need to get mowed. And I'll have that all the way through until I don't need it anymore in October. And then I'll either redo the math, or if at some point in this time I get a lawnmower, I'll fix it. But for right now, $44 a month for lawn care instead of $60, which is very nice because that extra money gets to go somewhere else. Hey, long explanation. Alrighty. Let's see. Groceries is staying at $200 a month, so $50 a week. I am upping. Oh, I added a line here for medical costs. It's going to be $40 a month. I did have a sinking fund where I put a little bit of money away every month in case I needed NyQuil or to go to the doctor or something like that. But now, because I actually have insurance, I need to budget for copays and stuff like that. So it's $40 a month, and if I don't use it, it goes into a sinking fund. Same with basically everything. Alrighty. Laundromat expenses was $9 and it's up to $12 because what was happening was that wasn't enough money to do my laundry twice a month. And what I was doing was basically just going through my purse and trying to find quarters and stuff like that. So $12 a month will actually be enough to do my laundry, hopefully. And if not, I'll have to readjust. It depends on if everything is working right at the little janky laundromat I go to. For instance, when I went last weekend, it took twice the number of quarters to dry because the dryers that I usually use were being occupied by someone else. The ones I use work really well. The ones that I had to use last weekend did not work very well at drying. So there's that. And no, I'm not budgeting to get a washer and dryer of my own at this point. I do not know how long I will be living here, and I'm just not really looking forward to owning two giant appliances that one I haven't budgeted the upfront cost for, and because it would cost at least $100 to get a washer and a dryer, like on Craigslist, bottom of the line, at least $100 maybe each, and that's almost a year's worth of laundry costs for me at the laundromat. So no, I don't enjoy going to the laundromat, but I am trying to think about the feasibility of me owning a washer and dryer and budgeting for that versus just sucking it up and using the laundromat for the foreseeable future. Maybe the next place I live in will have a laundry room. Maybe it'll be an apartment and there'll be a laundry room in the building and there won't be any room for a washer and dryer that I own. Then I have to deal with getting rid of those. So that's the decision for right now. All right. Gas used to be $70 a month. I've changed that down to $35 a month, which seems like a very drastic change until you realize that I am now in a very small town and it doesn't take a lot of gas to get around this town, and I don't go out of town often, so I don't need as much gas money. I can use that money elsewhere. So down to 35 from 70. Alrighty. Rory's still $10 a month. She does not get a change. She doesn't get a budget change. All that works fine. I don't just change things for fun. I only change them if they need to be changed. So it still only costs $10 to feed her and get her treats every month. Her other costs come from her sinking fund. All right. Restaurant is still at $40. Personal spending came down from $60 to $50. So I only have $50 a month now, and that's fine. I just need to remember that because I've had $60 a month for so long that I keep forgetting. But I just need to remember that. And my student loan, this is the hard one. My student loan fund or budget has gone from $500 to $400 a month. And this was not a fun thing to do, but I decided that I needed that savings, and that's exactly where that went, to build back up my savings. So all of my budget girl money is still going to go there, and I'm hoping that it will make up the difference from going from 500 to 400. But I had to make that choice, and I feel safer having the money in a savings account that I can use rather than putting it towards my student loans. It was a very, very hard decision to make, so I hope you guys will support me in that. All right. And my sinking funds have not changed that much. I still have $25 going to a eventual vacation kind of cruise fund that might happen in a couple of years, and that's personal money. I took it out of personal and I put it there. All right. I added a car sinking fund since, I'll need a car again. And that is only $15 a month. That's just there's no hope in my head that that's going to buy a new car at any time soon. But that is kind of the repair fund. If I need new windshield wipers, or I need a new tire or something like that, that $15 a month should help supplement that. All right. Oh, I downgraded my PigFest sinking fund from $5 a month to $4 a month. Operation Christmas Child, however, went up from $4 a month to $5 a month because I went over this year. Birthday sinking fund stayed the same at $5 a month. Pet sinking fund, which is for Rory's annual shots and our flea medication and everything, stayed at $10 a month. And then the medical sinking fund went from $12 to $23. So, all right. And then my Christmas gift fund went from $40 to $20. So next year may be a lighter Christmas unless I can kind of figure something else out. Like I said, a lot of these were hard cuts to make, but it has to equal $2,200 at the end of the day. So that's it. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, please ask them below. I'd love to know how you did on your budget from last year, if you met your goals or not, or if you fell a little bit short, or if you'll be participating in the 10K 2016 challenge. I'm gonna make it this year, guys. Whew. Or die trying. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.